I'm glad the game sounds good. Because now the question is, can you guys hear me well? Hopefully you can hear me well. And Robot Penguin told me earlier he would be joining me on voice chat as well. So we'll have both me and my opponent in here chit-chatting with us. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and throw him a message. You guys probably just heard the game sound go off because I just all tabbed out. I apologize. That's a feature I want. Hopefully they get that in. There we go. So I have to admit, like, I thought about having it to the airlock. Hey, Shards, how's it going? Hey, Unknown. So I thought about having, like, at one point, do I want to create a nice little, stream starting soon thing? But honestly, the main menu for this game is just so awesome. It feels kind of unnecessary. You notice something concerning. In the Slith store, there's not much to buy. I haven't even looked at the Slith store in a while. There's nothing left to claim on the Steam store for Slytherin. Unfortunately, I can't explain that. That is not my wheelhouse. Oh, I notice.
Hello.
Robot Penguin is here.
Yes, I am here for this most wondrous match.
I am. Let me see here. I'm going to turn on video stats. We should. Yes, it's in 1080. I noticed the last stream I did here was in 720, and I was like, what? But that seems to be fixed, and I want to have OBS up so that I can make sure that we're not dropping any frames, which we haven't. So just to answer you real quick, Unknown, I would also maybe wait and see what's available next week. It may be that with all of the extra streaming they've got going on, they wanted to reduce what people could get right away. I don't know. On behalf of Slytherin, thanks for the subscription, Texture. Anyway, it is now on the hour, so let's get started. Thank you everyone for
Yes.
joining here at SlitherineGroup. My name is Sergeant Seadog. I will be your host today. You are watching from my perspective. With me is Robot Penguin. Robot Penguin, say hi.
Hello, yeah. I'll put on my perspective in the Discord. Once I start streaming.
Yep. So what we are watching, go Silence, go. No, Silence must die. Die toasters. Anyway, what we are watching is round 1 of the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Tournament. We are in the finals, so this is round 1 of the finals. It will be a best of 3. You can catch Robot Penguin and I doing round 2 tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, Pinochle. Pinochle? I think that's Pinochle. I'm going to pronounce it Pinochle. Hopefully that's correct. So yes, we will have round 2 tomorrow at the same time. And round 3 if we go 3 rounds, because this is a best of 3. So if we go round 3, that will be Thursday, 1 hour earlier. Oh, Pinot ICL. That's fair. That is fair. So, with that said, Robot Penguin, I figured we'd alternate who hosts with each round. Do you want to host the first round,
Yep.
or shall I? You will host? Okay.
Give me a moment. I'm just switching streams around so I can actually.
Yep.
Stream's actually working. Is it now working?
The new Slith store will be out in 2 days. Good, I'm glad. And I'm glad we have a Slytherin guy here to help us out. Because I definitely couldn't answer that question. Okay. While you're changing things, I will go ahead and load into the multiplayer menu. That beautiful Galactica.
Yeah, I think because on the last stream I did was the semi-final. I've forgotten to switch over the
yes
Twitch token.
If people would like to see Robot Penguin's perspective as well as mine, let me get you guys a link to the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Discord. Copy, and here we go. So there is the official Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Discord. So if you would like to come in, Robot Penguin has dropped a link to his Twitch there. If you would like to just talk about Battlestar Galactica or this game specifically, you should come into the Discord channel because we talk about all sorts of things and it's great fun.
Right then, I think that is my stream fixed.
All right, awesome.
Should be. Yes, it's saying live. That's all good.
Oh, we have skipped 2 whole frames. But that seems to be my player has skipped 2 frames. OBS is not reporting any skipped frames. I am ready whenever you get the match hosted up.
Okay, let's create the match. 8K, 180 seconds, refinery. Standard rules. Now.
And I guess we should not forget to grab our screenshots to send to Waggle, though that does feel a little unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean,
just because we're both streaming it live, but it's fine. Let me throw this into Paint because last time I grabbed the screenshot, but then forgot to actually save the pregame screenshot, and so. Let's see. So this is pregame with Robot
set up
round 1. Save. And close paint. Okay. Now look at that. I got a hole. 6 seconds.
Eventually that's there. Where's...
Always shards. Always.
Why don't I have paint.net installed? I remember
How
installed
can you
it.
uninstall paint?
Not paint.net. Slightly
Oh.
better, but
I don't use it enough to need something specific.
it's just use it from time to time. It's just got slightly better. It is just a slightly better paint.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's got stuff like Magic Wand tool and better drawing tools.
Oh yeah, I know. Windows has actually released a Paint 3D. So, yeah.
Paint 3D that no one's ever used. Like
Thank you
half
for
the
the
stuff is
subscription
there.
shards. Now we have this system. This should get funny now. Thank you. Thank you very much, Explosive. Alright.
What do I have here? I have a stack of 4 and a stack of 3. And you see 2 stacks of 2 and a stack of 3.
Them delicious stacks.
Got it.
Okay. Come on.
I feel like you're playing colonials. This looks like a colonial deployment and not
You never
a
know.
Cylon deployment.
Could be. You don't need Argos and Serbs. Not Serbs. You need Serbs.
I was saying,
Argos and Base Stars. That's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of.
going without.
Ooh, what's that? PCM.
Yeah, gotta have PCMs. 3 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. And you are descending.
Yes. Like
Dive,
most
dive,
people
dive.
So say we all.
Right, how many squadrons do you have?
I have 13 total. I'll save you the trouble of counting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. The timer reminds you of Blitz chess. Sort of. 180 seconds is pretty lax, though. Especially if we are both playing Colonials, which what looks like might be the case. So.
You never know. Until you get a deed.
Yeah. But I'm guessing you have 2 Atlas, 2 Artemis, and I think it's 2 Berserks and an Adamant is what you have points left over for, but I don't remember.
Let's just see what you've got, because 13 squadrons could be the exact same amount as what I've got. Or at least the exact same amount I've got, so it could be the same fleet. Because I'm fairly confident you've gone Colonials.
Yeah, it seems likely. It could be the same fleet, but it's unlikely to. But yeah. Multi-select, they could play with shorter windows. Somebody uses dual manticore. So with multi-select, there's definitely the possibility to play with shorter windows. However, Cylons have some trouble in terms of managing processing power. So and your 2 pairs are getting kind of spread, which okay. Let's see.
Yes, Commander.
Seven Manticore fleet and an Abyssus. You know, like that might be feasible on one of the lower difficulties. On the higher difficulties, I don't think you could manage it. I think you'd get pulled down
just like
by
it
guided
just
and AP
spams.
missiles.
Like you just have 3 base stars spawn on top of you, and you're like,
Yeah.
wish I had.
Like you could
anti-missile
definitely get
defense.
through the first several rounds pretty easily, but starting at around 6, you're gonna start taking losses, and it's gonna get bad fast.
Because you have nothing to stand up to squadrons, and you have it ages to jump out. Yes, you're PC.
I have secretly rigged the PCM to be an amazing defense against squadrons, with elite new EMP effectiveness, and this is 100% trustworthy. You can totally believe me when I say that.
Got it.
Hey, come back here.
That PCM was scary! He looked at me funny.
Well, I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yes, sir.
So for those wondering why we're both so cautious right now with the fighter counts so close to even, his apparent 11 to my apparent 10, the person who's got friendly guns from their capital ships helping weigh in on the fighter battle will end up winning, which is why we're both kind of being real cautious here. The PCM could take out all the ships, that's right.
Yes, sir.
If all else fails, nuke 'em. That's right. You know, and I have my my nuke fleet that I use in my own streams. It is technically tournament legal. I don't think it'd win, but it is technically tournament legal. There are no more than 2 of any given ship. Oh, I was hoping you'd come after me.
You're gonna go back to your ships. Or even if you weren't, they're too close together, too close to your fighters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised you fell back there.
So say we all. Got it.
They did an excellent job getting this game to reflect the fact that battles are almost more about a war of maneuver than anything else. This is indeed a best of 3, Scrubs. So this is round 1. The round 2 will be at the same time tomorrow. Round 3 will be Thursday, an hour earlier. And if we do only go 2 rounds, I will have a highlights of the whole tournament prepped up for us for showing.
First shots fired.
Woo! Can I score a kill? Oh.
You have not scored a kill yet.
Oh, I see at least one Viper Mark 1 in there.
Yes, you're doing the go up as high as you can greatest technique with your 3 ups.
God, I didn't even score a hit there. That's embarrassing. It's not even a hit. Oh, guys, what are you doing to me? Try aiming. Aim. Alright, let's see.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, I know the range is kind of long here, but still. Not a single hit. Painful, man. Painful. Have to view on demand the other 2? Yeah, you definitely will. Glad you're feeling better, but it is unfortunate that you won't be able to watch the next 2 live. Hopefully we can definitely entertain here. Can we score at least?
Nope, you have not scored a single hit.
Ah, Berserks, why you let me down?
Which is quite a relief for me. Just losing a single fighter could be the cost of the fighter battle.
Yeah.
Confirmed squadron target.
And that's...
Is that an
Those
ARP?
are my ARPs.
2 ARPs, okay.
Well, I've ID'd your fleet, so now I know exactly what you're packing.
You do. But I figured I might as well at least make it cost you.
Yes, the loss of the ARPs is going to be somewhat of a blow, but that's not the end of it. It's not like I've lost fight.
Yeah. Still a long way from actually losing the match. I'm losing 2 ARPs.
Yeah.
What do the channel points mean at the bottom of the chat screen? I admit I don't know exactly. That is a thing that I know I need to look into. It's Pandora's box. You have a lot going on here. I predict munitions.
Munitions will be making an appearance.
The dreaded debris mine, perhaps. I don't know if I'm up for a repeat of
Hostile unit identified.
And the first shots have been fired.
They have. I love how one of my ARPs decided to keep up the fighter brawl and the other two did not. The other two are just like, I'm gonna go home, guys. I'll catch you later. Alrighty then.
Yes. What's my next plan? That did not go as well as I'd wanted it to. This is possibly a stupid idea, but let's try it anyway.
So say we all.
That should.
Yes, sir.
How did you lose some squads?
Deploying countermeasures.
Hmm.
None of my squads has taken damage. Maybe you did hit. Maybe your capital ships did hit it after all.
Did one of your squads take damage? You put. Oh, no, that's on. Okay.
It's
Oh, yeah. You got one of them that's down to 7.
so maybe your capital ships aren't that atrocious after all.
I wonder why I didn't. I couldn't find that earlier. Sync. Out of sync bug, maybe? Oh.
No.
You know what else it might have been? It might have just been potshot mediums from the Atlas? No, that should have been firing
No,
at
I
your
think
arc.
it's just when you took some pot shots back at
Yeah.
Berserk is taking damage. Missiles incoming.
West Out missiles.
So say we all. So say we all. Yes, sir.
Ooh, that's some very close misses. I just zoomed in on my Artemis that's taking fire, and there are just 3 shots
Yeah.
directly above it.
Yeah.
That's-
Sir, he's taking damage. Friendly squadron is gone. Battlestar is taking damage.
We've lost a berserk.
I'm going to lose a
Jupiter.
Jupiter, so I think that works out in your favor there. That was rough. Oof.
How was the fighter battle? We've lost 1.5 squadrons and an arc. I have lost
Yes, Commander.
1 squad. Okay, not.
Jupiter is taking damage.
Oh, that's lots of arcs.
Not today, Tracker. Not today.
Missiles incoming.
But I still have fire control.
You do.
Which is
Confirmed squadron target. So say we all. Atlas is taking damage. Friendly squadron is
Oh,
gone.
you've saved that thing for another turn.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Yes, Commander. Got it. Missiles in
And that's the fire control down, I'm sure. Yep, there we go.
Atlas is taking damage. Yes, sir. Confirmed squadron target. So say we all. so say we all. Got it. Atlas is taking damage. Atlas is taking damage. Friendly unit down. Subsystem is back online.
Alright, did any of my squadrons get safe?
2. The
indeed.
Berserk and the Artemis that's about to eat shit.
Feel like there was a way I could have made him not die so bad. How many squadrons do you have left?
Basically the same. Like, if you hadn't retreated that turn, you probably could have turned that. You probably would have won that.
Yes, sir.
Bugger.
Of course, I still have to win, and of course, I can only recall one of my fighters, so... And of course, it would have to survive to make it back, is the other kicker here.
So say we all.
The tense deep breathing. Oh, it is a very tense match. Oh, this could very much still go either way.
And that's the Artemis dead. And I've lost the squadron with it because the hangar was destroyed.
Yep.
She's just...
Rest in peace, Assault Raptor fragment.
Oh yeah, that assault raptor's dead. There
Yep.
is nothing. Question is, how on earth do I tackle the rest of your fleet?
You don't. You just go ahead and surrender. It's okay. I would allow it.
I'm not gonna make it that easy.
Well, probably not.
There's no problem about it. I'm not letting you get away with it that easily.
Oh.
Hmm. Atlas is taking... Oh wow, you're actually...
Oh, there we go.
Range.
I was gonna be so annoyed there. Like, oh, come on. Alright. Well, this is gonna hurt.
Yes, sir.
With a bit of luck, that'll be that Berserk dead outright.
Probably, yes. Let's see. So you're down to an Atlas, a Berserk, an Adamant, and an Artemis, and I'm down to 2 Adamants and a Berserk, plus another Berserk that may well die this round. will probably die this round. I mean, I'm going to try and save it, obviously, but it's probably not going to work. Unfortunately, it is flat out of bottom armor, so unless I can get at least 4 of those missiles to hit the rear armor, that's just not going to work in my favor.
Missiles incoming.
I'm inbound on your starboard.
Alert is taking damage.
I did it! Oh, I did it!
You survived against those missiles. How much armor does that thing have? Basically none.
Yeah, basically none. A stiff breeze will be the end of it. Oh. It lives to continue pestering you. It's
It
brilliant.
lives to do basically nothing.
Yeah, it has top and frontal armor. But, well, so if nothing else, what it does do is it forces you to fire missiles at it instead of something else. Ah, co-evoking. Why you gotta do me like that? I can beat this.
Do what?
He's remarking that you have an untouched Artemis late game, and so that is the end of me, he thinks.
I'm very much struggling to catch you, and I can't even missile that. What's left? I kind of
Not
have
effectively,
to use
yeah.
Against. Kind of have to use it against that berserk at the back, purely because the 2 of your last 3 ships have decent
PCMs,
missile
and a
defense.
lot of them, because you
Yeah.
haven't been shooting missiles at them. Yeah.
No, I've been mindful of that.
Got it.
Yeah. I am doing my best to make this as difficult for you as possible. Hopefully that is panning out.
Well, it's not been the easiest end of game.
Hammer the fractors so they can't get back up.
What are you... What are my squadrons doing? What was that?
You attacked my Atlas in a really weird way.
Right? Like, allow me to go down in front of you before I decide to start shooting at you instead of just attacking like a normal person. Like, seriously, what on earth was that? And that wouldn't be quite so annoying if it weren't for the fact that I'm, like, sitting on so few hit points there.
Yeah, you do have 2 ships firing on your squadrons.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I'm gonna make an attack run, I'd like the attack run to actually do some damage, you know? maybe pull the trigger? Okay.
Right then, where is this adamant? Let's make sure this gets finished off.
Yes, sir.
Why is that downloading? That is not the time to download something.
Yeah, now is not the time. That is very true.
Missiles
That's
in.
going to take it on the nose, isn't it? Of course it is!
Friendly squadron is done.
Subsystem repairs complete. What subsystem repairs?
Man, those 2 medium guns on that Atlas doing work. My lord. Wow. Oh. Alright.
Yes, sir.
Pull back the Vipers until AA guns are down. The game came out a little over 2 years ago. As far as pulling back the Vipers until the AA guns are down, the problem is I need the Vipers to kill the AA guns. There is no like set AA platform, um, and honestly, the Atlas is going to be the last thing I kill. So.
Yes, Commander.
Ah, and you cannot retreat your squadrons now.
Nope.
this is just. Yeah, I really am desperate. I'm using my Atlas to destroy your fighters.
I mean, those 2 medium guns just did do the trick. So like, how are what? Why are my guys not shooting? What? How are you in range of me, but I'm not in range of you? What madness is this?
Are you on?
Oh, that's the.
I would
It's
assume
only
you're
the
on.
berserk shooting. Okay. Your berserk is shooting at my admin. I'm a little confused as to how the Artemis has.
Yeah.
The
how
Artemis
that
having
can
range on
fu-
the adamant. So you know what
Like-
this is we're in the thin range bracket of
Oh,
the
of-
Artemis being wider instead
Yeah.
because it's
You
from-
can just see on my stream now.
yeah. Oh, that's so annoying. That is so ridiculously annoying right now. Okay.
How's the? Yeah, that my Atlas is actually doing some work in clearing your squadrons. That is impressive. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's doing more work clearing your squadrons out than both Berserks and Atlas Adamant combined.
Well, that's because I've been out of arc for the Berserks and Adamant.
Got it. Adamant is taking damage.
Adamant is taking damage. Okay, still on that narrow range bracket. That's-
Yes, the game came out in 2017.
Berserk is taking damage.
Optimizing firing system.
Adamant is taking damage.
Right then, that's that other Berserk finally
Is-
deceased.
That's the last of your missiles.
Yes, I did. Did I kill that berserk? While that... Yes, I did. Where are your fighter squadrons? They're up there.
Adamant is taking damage.
Oh man.
Adamant is taking damage.
I've got red lights across the board.
What's that? Ah, the adamant is dead.
Yes, you
One ship.
just got it at the end there.
One ship versus 3.
Yeah.
Thus you have fighter supremacy.
Yeah, I have some fighters left, but you... Yeah. I am not predicting a victory at this point. For me. It seems unlikely. If I could recall a squadron to the Berserk, I'd probably give it to me. But at this point, I don't know about that.
Oh, I think I just got us a fight. One of your fighters with the artillery.
Might have, yeah.
Which is just... That is not a nice thing to get hit by.
No, no, it is not.
sir.
And then there was one.
Yeah, one squad. As my two heavies try and get it.
Confirmed squadron
A
target.
squad of 2 fighters.
Got it. Got it.
This is indeed, yes, a best of 3. Round 2 will be go Team Bees. That's right. Round 2 will be tomorrow at the same time. Round 3 will be Thursday, just 1 hour earlier. And with the Berserk, and yeah, that's the end of that. Alright, so now I just gotta kill a Berserk, an Atlas, and an Artemis with 1 Berserk. We can do this. Right? I think that Atlas gets MVP here, though.
What, for taking out, like winning the fighter battle for me, or clearing up the fighters
Yeah,
with an Atlas of all things.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Channel the Anabasis. Yeah, I do need some Cylon reinforcements here, or something.
Ooh, you're already in range. That's not good. I thought you'd be out of range by now.
I'm on it, Commander. Berserk is taking damage.
Sustained incoming. Sector 2-3.
System repairs underway.
Oh, that Battlestar artillery going right over the top, but some of it's hitting, and that hurts. Oh, yeah, this is it. This is the end. GG.
Yep, for both Berserks. GG indeed.
All right. Oh, we got some time. Let's look at the replay here. Oh man, that Berserk surviving to the end. 447 damage. Oof. 159 from the other one. Of course, it soaked so many hits. 159 from one Adamant, 228 from the other. Atlas, only 87, 197 from the other. Poor Jupiter. 45 damage is all it got out. It just died.
I just got focused at the very beginning and
Yeah,
obliterated.
yeah. All right. What are the damage numbers on that Atlas of yours that survived to the end?
Hang on. So, the surviving Atlas did only 177.6 damage.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to be fair, you know, cleaning up the fighters, there wasn't that much damage to do.
No, I'd like to see how many fighters it killed, because it killed
Oh, it killed
the-
so
like,
many fighters.
basically 4 squadrons. Top damage to my surviving Artemis, 859.5. Lowest damage was the Atlas that did die on 50.
Yeah. After the previous rounds, you expected Cylons. Yeah, I mean, I kind of was too. But, you know, it didn't happen. So it's,
Cylons are what I
here we
usually
are.
bring.
Yep.
But after the second, Memphis round 2, that Memphis decided he would had enough of the tournament, decided not to play, that was actually not exactly going in my favour. And knowing you would probably torn it to
Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah, I was very... I don't know about tear it to pieces, but I was very ready for it. Talk about the Doomstack. So, Jupiter and the Atlas, of course, that lets the Jupiter's flag protect both Atlas with its flag. You've got, of course, the same thing going on with your Artemis and Atlas, though you have the Atlas well above your Artemis at this point in the replay that I'm at now. And I don't think you ever really closed it up.
No, I wanted my Artemises to be below your fleet. That was a higher priority.
Yeah.
So the Atlases kind of got left above. But then neither of us really did munitions, so...
No, I mean, you were able to use your munitions to bring down that one Berserk, and honestly, that you having the munition advantage there is probably what pulled that in your favor. Like, if I'd had 2 Berserks stacked on you, I'd outgunned you in all those gunfights. I think that would have gone differently.
I don't think
But-
so, because the first thing that happened was your most gun ship, heavy ship, the Jupiter, died.
Right, but it doesn't have a range advantage. With the Berserks having the range advantage, I think I'd have been able to skate the edge of the range. But I don't know. You know, it's hard to say now, of course.
Yeah.
Taking hit.
And I was really kind of hoping that the ARPs would do at least a little bit of fire control damage on that first salvo, and they just didn't. Didn't quite crack the armor. That would have made a big difference for me.
Yeah, if they had killed the fire control on that, then yes, that
Yeah.
would be game. Then.
Yeah. I honestly did not expect to win that fighter battle, but then you decided to withdraw your squadrons.
But I was at that point when I decided to withdraw them. I was losing. I had fewer squadrons than you.
I think it was 5-4 with you, and you had the 5, and I think yours were generally higher health.
No, it was definitely in your favor. I think it was 5-4 in your favor.
No, it definitely wasn't, because I was counting. I counted the turn before, and you had 5, and I had 4. And I think I still had 4 the turn that you withdrew. You may have been down to 4 at that point. But then, you know, your one Atlas there, just
Yeah, that's what.
Cleaning
That's what
up,
my Atlas
like-
shouldn't have been firing on your ships. They should have been doing anti-fighter duty.
yeah. Like, I did not expect one Atlas to be able to do that much, and it beat the crap out of them. That was painful.
Can't get back up.
This one turn here, oh my lord! I just watched that, where I had them attack your Atlas from above, and they really do. They just completely whiff that strike. And of course,
Yeah,
and they
fighter
took
AI
so many hits that turn. Oh, look at
goofy at this. Goofy right now. Like, when I've
so they
relaunched
do
my
shoot at you, but they
singular.
only shoot at you for a little bit, and then they just kind of like, yeah, I don't like the angle.
Like when I relaunched my remaining squadron at the end, and it engaged your fighters, they just kind of stopped. All the squads just sort of stopped in the same place and just stood stationary as they shot at each other.
Oh,
Just-
well, so that's actually something they changed with the last patch. How they kind of
I'm inbound on
slow
your
down
squadron.
to shoot at each other longer. I'll show that again here. So, here it is, folks. You can see all of our squadrons just kind of move real slow as they get real close range. And then once they're done with that, they come way out. And then they shoot at each other, and as they get close to the end of their strafing, they slow down. And it's much more noticeable when you're shooting at capitals, because of course you can stay at the end of that strafing run for a really long time. I would be okay with the tiebreaker game, because that means that I'm still in it. But yeah, this strafing run on that first strafing run on the Atlas, they shoot just for a couple of seconds there, and here's what really gets me is they come down in front where your Adamant and Berserk can shoot them, and I take so much damage on my squadrons that turn, and that is just so painful. And just that like 50 or 100 meter range advantage that the Artemis has on my Adamants making such a big difference there. Like, oh, I felt so annoyed there. It's like such a tiny difference. But it forces me to turn face and bring the other armor facing around, giving you another turn to shoot at me. Oh, that was so painful.
Optimizing firing solution.
It did really emphasize just how thin the range advantage is on the Berserk, though. Because, of course, you were shooting at my Adamant while my Berserk, just a little further away, wasn't able to shoot at your Artemis.
Yeah. And even then, I've like, there's points where it's like the range brackets differences are just so tight, because there's the point where I'm firing with just my PDCs.
Yeah. That's what I mean, is like, the PDCs are shooting at me, while the light guns on my Adamant, which are also on the outer edge of the ship, aren't able to shoot.
Red lights across the board.
So obviously it didn't end up costing you the match, but your Berserk getting out of effective range with its medium guns was very nearly very costly for you. Like, you did end up winning, but your Atlas, or not your Berserk, your Atlas not being in range to cover with it and letting me get a few extra turns with my remaining squadrons.
Yeah, it was. Trouble is, the Atlas is so slow. It's like I'm trying to maneuver my Berserk to get out of your squadron line of fire, shoot at your squadrons, and get close
Yeah.
to my Atlas that somehow is good at shooting squadrons.
Yeah, I mean, the light and medium guns that Colonials have are really honestly their best capital guns for shooting at squadrons. It is amazing how effective they are. In the stream on my channel yesterday, I used my 2 Adamants and 2 Berserks that are in this fleet to just decimate the 4 squadrons that... who was I facing?
Sting incoming.
It wasn't Memphis, it was Vanguard? Who was it? Let me look here real quick. Oh, no, North Star. I was going against North Star. And, you know, the 2 Atlas, or the 2 Berserks and 2 Adamants with their 8 lights and 10 medium guns just tore up his 4 squadrons in like 2 turns? 3 turns? It wasn't long at all. So, I mean, medium guns doing work. PCMs didn't really do much for me there. I was a little disappointed. I didn't do much at all.
Nah.
In fact, actually, I'm trying to think. Did the PCMs ever go off? I don't think I ever had a PCM actually
it
go
didn't.
off.
You didn't have a PCM that went off.
Yeah, I fired 2. Neither one of... They were both preemptive. And both unnecessary. And every other time you were firing either at the Jupiter with its flak up,
If I had the Jupiter
or
to
at the
keep its
Berserk,
flak
which
up so
was
there's no
out of position
PDC.
to benefit from the PCMs.
Yeah, and then that Berserk to just kill it because it's at that point.
Right.
Useless.
Yeah, and that cost me. Like, I peeled that Berserk off because it was dying to your guns, and I was never able to get it back in with the 2 Adamants to get back under the PCMs. And that was painful. So much dancing around with the Vipers, it was really entertaining. Yep, I do score that kill in that first round of firing. I don't know why I wasn't able to pick out which one of your squadrons took damage when I looked. Because I did go looking, like, did I really miss all those shots? Because I wasn't expecting to. Like, as I was just saying, like, all those medium and heavy guns do a decent bit of damage. I liked being able to pick off your 2 ARPs early on, but that ended up...
Oh yeah, that was a clumsy mistake by me.
Yeah.
It was sort of going after your other ARPs and also trying to do some scouting. And then I saw your fighters go up and go, yeah, my fighters are not in a good position to defend them.
Yeah, I saw your ARPs coming in to do some scouting, and I'm like, is he really gonna try and scout right now with his ARPs? Alright, well, I will take them out real quick so that I don't have to worry about those later.
Target is 45 by 99. Not today, Tracker.
Yeah,
Not
they
today.
could have been useful, but in the end, unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, it'll let you get Dratus locks because, of course, otherwise, you know, I'd have had Dratus locks on you, whereas you would have had to brought your fighters in to get it on me. So, you know, overall, you know, I think it was probably still worked out for you just fine. I don't think that was a mistake. But, you know, if it was only going to be a scouting run, I probably would have only done it with one of them, not both.
No, it's tended to just try and have a ARP-only battle.
Yeah.
but then you've got your fighters in a minute.
Well, even if you wanted to go for an ARP-only battle, I had 3 to your 2. Like, it still would have been a victory for me. Especially with it being over my airspace, you know, an occasional medium gun hit from the Atlas would have been okay.
I'm inbound on your starboard, 3 high 9.
Man. Wait, I want to go back to that. Where is that? So I'm looking at your Artemis chasing. And of course, the length of the Artemis lets the 2 heavy guns take pot shots at my Adamant while nothing else can shoot. Like, my Adamants are nice broadside on, and your 2 heavy guns are taking pot shots. I mean, they all missed, but still, like, the size of the ship being a range advantage is just something weird. Like, I don't think we've seen people trying to dance in the thin range advantage that Berserks have and other ships have so much to really see just how much the size of a ship can give it an advantage when its guns are on the outer edges. Which I guess really only comes down to the battle stars, because of course all the base stars have their guns, you know, more or less top and bottom on the center. The Kratos, of course, is kind of the exception. It's got its guns out on the edges of its wings. And that's almost a penalty to the Kratos, because of course the Kratos, you know, because it's on 3 distinct pylons, you know, it can easily end up with only, you know, 6 of its 10 heavy guns firing.
I've got red lights across the board.
I think this battle very nicely showed that, you know, winning the fighter battle is not the end of the game for the player who loses the fighter battle.
Because I killed both your Atlases pretty quickly, which means you got some ARP shots off, and then...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you had the paint target, which was actually fairly effective.
Yeah, the paint target
still.
helped, but, you know, it was one of those things of, you know, you're basically, you know, a few shots from the Adamant and the Berserk, but mostly the Atlas, just cleaning up my squadrons just a little bit at a time while I slowly tried to chew through armor with the few squadrons I had left at the end of the fighter battle. And, I mean, you weren't even aggressively spreading your ships out so that they could all cover each other. You know, if you'd really been focusing on the squadrons, you could have killed them so much faster, even still. So,
Sustained incoming.
you know, we talk about carrier fleets being super deadly, but
Switching gun to manual.
if you can bring it down to being close, it's not that bad. Like, it's very winnable still.
I was focusing more on obliterating your capital ships
Yeah. And I mean,
all the way.
that
Bring enough
obviously...
fighters that should win the fighter battle, and then my capital ships can just focus on killing capital ships.
Yeah. And I mean, I think if it were me, I'd probably would have just gone ahead and picked off the squadrons, knowing that once the squadrons were gone, you had the capital ship advantage. But you know, that obviously still worked out for you. So. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. This was round 1 of the tournament finals in a best-of-3 between myself, Sergeant Z-Dog, and Robot Penguin.
Hello.
We will be having round 2 tomorrow at the same time, so that's 8 a.m. U.S. Central, 2 p.m. GMT.
Yep. I look forward to it.
Yeah. This was an excellent match. It was very close.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh.
Like at the end there, where I had, even with just the adamant Berserk, Atlas, and Artemis, I could have easily lost it there. One poor maneuver by me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
one
mean,
by
one
you.
overcommit. It did cost you your Berserk there.
Yeah, at the end of the Berserk, I was like, right, that can just be a distraction so
Well,
that
yeah.
your Berserk doesn't
And of course-
disengage, run away, so I can get my Atlas Artemis even in.
And of course, I had to kill it because, of course, if I
Right.
didn't kill it, your Berserk would have been in range of me to kill me.
Yeah.
So it did free up your Artemis to just charge on in, so that it would be in range the turn following.
Yeah. Like, definitely artillery in range.
You're not getting away.
Yeah.
Sorry, Berserk. Your sacrifice was necessary.
Yeah. And of course, you did an excellent job, you know, trickling the missiles out one at a time to make me keep my flak wall up. Exactly what I should do. I probably should have thrown my PCMs back there so that I could have had the flak wall down.
Yeah, because if you had to get flak wall down for even just a single turn without worrying about missiles, then
You know, that's
Yeah.
extra damage. I could have fired my missiles. Yeah.
the Artemis could have, or the one that the first Artemis died,
Yeah.
could have been died a lot sooner, and you could switch focus onto the other Artemis rather than
Yeah.
the dead Artemis
So,
sort of
I
chilling
mean-
around from them.
A single Artemis isn't too big a threat for all my lighter ships because they can get below it, and then they end up, you know, outgunning you. The kicker was really, you know, I had to clean up your other ships. To, you know, level that playing field. And until they were cleaned up, you know, I couldn't deal with the Artemis. But of course, you know, they kept hiding behind the Artemis.
Yeah, that's
I'm inbound on your starboard, 3 high 9.
that was what I wanted. I made it like found I actually made a nice gap where my Artemises had gone so far below my Atlases. Found I actually had a nice gap to just slot them in.
Oh, you're
between
adamant
my-
Berserk? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you had host advantage there, but I don't think I would have been running the Berserk and the Adamant that close to each other. Like,
Oh, it was quite nervous at the beginning where I
yeah.
thought, that's actually quite close. Let's just edge my Berserk, like, the top and bottom ships just a little further away.
Yeah.
Target acquisition maintained.
They were really close. Any timeline for the fleet tutorial? The Cylon ships in detail should be this Friday, 6 p.m. GMT. Oh, on getting them onto YouTube. Hopefully this afternoon. Hopefully this afternoon. I have a lot of stuff otherwise going on in my personal life. But hopefully that should be done this afternoon. Fleet comp, yes, no. The fleet comp and the colonial ships in detail will both be on YouTube this afternoon. Cylons will ships in detail will be done Friday, 6 p.m. GMT. That'll be live on Twitch, and I'll have it posted up. Have that one posted up on YouTube probably Sunday. Man, that range advantage of the PDCs on the Artemis. I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of looking at that. Like, that's just such a thin range advantage there. Were you deliberately going for that robot penguin, or was that just something you kind of fell into?
It's fell into that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Because, of course, the Artemis, you know, for as long as it's below the target with all of its Battlestar artillery, definitely outguns Adamants and Berserks anyway. I mean, the accuracy is terrible, but, you know, as evidenced by that last turn. Okay, you only hit twice the whole turn, 3 times the whole turn with the Battlestar artillery. Who cares? It's 6 damage a pop. Like, that cranks out some damage quick. I want to watch this last turn. We're gonna count how much damage you did at the end there with the actual Battlestar artillery.
Your stage incoming. Sector 2-3.
Switching Delta manual.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's it. It might have even only been 6, whereas actually all it did. Yep, but I mean, 6 hits, that's 36 points of damage, like, chunky. That's over half of a Berserk's whole points, and of course you got some other hits in with your Berserk. So I think we've probably talked this match to death. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Tune in tomorrow, 22 hours from now. So we'll be starting at the same time we started this one for round 2. This round definitely went to Robot Penguin. Robot Penguin, of course, don't forget to grab screen grab for
Thank you,
Waggle.
yes, no, I've already sent to Waggle.
Okay. He's waiting on mine then. So I will grab that real quick. Alrighty then. I will see you all tomorrow.